Callaloo is one of the most beloved greens in the Caribbean. Nutritious, versatile, and easy to grow, it's a staple food that brings health and flavor to every meal. But here's a little-known secret. While callaloo grows fast by nature, with the right pruning, you can transform it into a year-round provider, giving you fresh, tender leaves every single season. That's exactly what I've learned in my garden. Instead of allowing the plant to grow tall and flower, I prune it regularly. And every time I cut those tender tops for cooking, the plant rewards me by sending out new shoots, multiplying its harvest. Imagine having an endless supply of callaloo, whether for soups, sautéed dishes, or steamed with coconut milk, without constantly replanting. In this video, I'll walk you through the nature of callaloo, how it grows, and the exact pruning method I use to keep it producing all year. So grab your gardening gloves and let's explore how to get the most from this amazing plant. Callaloo is the common name for several leafy vegetables, but in the Caribbean, it most often refers to amaranthus species, such as Amaranthus viridis or Amaranthus dubius. In some regions, taro leaves or spinach are called callaloo, but amaranth remains the traditional favorite in Jamaica and other islands. Callaloo is valued not just for its taste, but for its nutrition. It's rich in iron, calcium, vitamin A, vitamin C, and dietary fiber. That means it supports blood health, boosts the immune system, strengthens bones, and aids digestion. Flavor-wise, callaloo is often compared to spinach, but it has a stronger, slightly earthy profile that blends beautifully in soups, steamed dishes, and sautés. Its cultural importance runs deep. It's more than just a plant, it's a symbol of Caribbean resilience and resourcefulness, growing easily in home gardens and providing food for generations. Knowing what it is and what it offers sets the stage for learning how to grow it abundantly. Callaloo is a fast grower, thriving in warm, tropical to subtropical climates. From seed, it germinates quickly, often within 3 to 7 days, when planted in loamy, well-drained soil. Seeds are tiny, so they should only be lightly covered with soil. Full sunlight is essential for healthy growth, and warm temperatures between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit encourage lush leaf production. The plant moves through clear stages. First, the seedling stage, where small tender shoots appear. Next, the vegetative stage, where broad, green leaves expand rapidly. By 4 to 6 weeks, the plant is harvest ready. If left uncut, it will move into flowering, producing clusters of seeds for replanting. But for cooks and gardeners who want tender, flavorful leaves, the harvest stage is where the magic happens. By cutting regularly, you not only collect leaves for the kitchen but also stimulate the plant to branch out, creating a cycle of continuous growth. Callaloo's resilience, drought tolerance, and ability to regrow after cutting make it a reliable crop. Here's the key to growing callaloo all year: pruning. Left to itself, callaloo will grow tall, woody, and eventually produce seeds. But when you prune it, you redirect the plant's energy away from flowering and back into producing leaves. I prune by cutting the new tender growth at the top of the plant, usually 6 to 8 inches above the soil, just above a healthy leaf node. This encourages the plant to branch, creating multiple shoots instead of a single tall stem. The more you prune, the bushier the plant becomes, which means more leaves for harvest. Pruning also keeps the plant tender and prevents it from becoming tough or fibrous. Every cutting is like telling the plant, "Don't stop, keep producing." For cooking, I always take the young, tender leaves and stems. These are not only more flavorful but also easier to digest. With consistent pruning, callaloo becomes a long-term provider rather than a one-time crop. One of the remarkable things about callaloo is its adaptability. Though it thrives in tropical heat, with care, it can be managed across different seasons. Regular pruning allows me to keep plants productive for months on end. Instead of letting the plant reach 4 or 5 feet tall and go to seed, I keep it low and leafy. In the cooler months, callaloo may slow down, but as long as it has sun and some protection, it still grows. During hotter months, consistent watering prevents it from becoming stressed. By staggering planting dates, sowing a new set of seeds every few weeks, I ensure there's always a patch at its peak. Callaloo is drought tolerant, but to maximize yield, I water regularly and enrich the soil with compost. Through pruning and careful management, I've been able to harvest callaloo continuously, treating it as a multi-season plant rather than a short crop. This steady supply has changed how I cook and garden. This is callaloo grown in 10-gallon pot. You can grow to harvest all seasons. Harvesting callaloo is as simple as pruning. I cut the tender tops, leaving the base of the plant to continue growing. Within 1 to 2 weeks, new shoots emerge, ready for the next harvest. This cycle allows me to pick callaloo repeatedly from the same plants. In the kitchen, the uses are endless. Steamed with garlic, onions, and coconut oil, callaloo becomes a quick side dish. It can be simmered into traditional soups and stews, paired with salted fish, or cooked down with coconut milk and spices. The leaves are tender yet substantial, absorbing flavors while contributing rich nutrients. Every basketful from the garden translates into meals that nourish and satisfy. By harvesting responsibly, never stripping the plant bare, you encourage it to keep producing. With pruning and proper care, callaloo becomes a garden companion that provides fresh, healthy food week after week, meal after meal. To sum it up, callaloo is naturally fast-growing, but pruning unlocks its full potential. By cutting regularly, you guide the plant to stay leafy, bushy, and productive all year long. Instead of one harvest, you enjoy many. Instead of replanting constantly, you nurture a continuous cycle. Callaloo rewards attention with abundance, offering tender leaves, rich nutrition, and endless versatility in the kitchen. It embodies resilience, thriving in heat, bouncing back after cutting, and feeding families season after season. Whether you're a backyard gardener or a small farmer, this technique of pruning transforms callaloo into more than just a crop. It becomes a renewable source of nourishment and tradition. And the best part? It connects us to generations who have cultivated and cooked it before us, keeping the heritage of callaloo alive. If this video gave you new insights into growing callaloo, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who loves gardening or cooking Caribbean food, and subscribe for more tips on natural growing and healthy living. Together, we can keep these traditions and these gardens flourishing.